Shade-tolerant solar panels, myth or the magic bullet? These so-called shade-tolerant solar panels claim that they can outperform regular panels even in partial shade. But in my testing, the results were honestly a little bit surprising. Well, you don't have to watch the whole video to find out. They are not quite either of these, but they are much more efficient than my regular panels. We're talking about the Zoupw 450 watt solar panel kit. We're going to do a full test. So we're talking shade tolerance, full sun, partial shade. We're going to power the cabin for a full weekend with one power station with nothing but the sun and the power that is generated from these solar panels. This is a 450 watt solar panel kit. It is a upgraded type of solar panel, which is supposed to be shade tolerant. I'm actually going to put these up against another set of solar panels, but not the same type of panels. So we're going to see exactly what the efficiency of these guys are. And we got some cables. This company gives you the proper cables. And not only does it give you just one cable, but it gives you a variety of connectors. Panels, is that ever light? Let's check these out, see how easy it is. First time. I've always talked about simplicity and ease of use on this channel. That's about as simple as it gets. So on paper, it's rated for up to 450 watts under ideal conditions. Now, like most panels in this category, the actual output is going to depend heavily on sunlight, angle, and temperature. That being said, I have seen other tests being performed in these panels where people are getting 450 watts and above. To do a real shade tolerant test and to see the actual capacity of these, we really need some sun. I'm going to head into the outhouse and wait for that sun. It took a minute, but the sun is shining. It's a gorgeous day. The ticks are out. The trees are just starting to bud in another couple of weeks. It's going to be a shady spot here for sure. But we've already got some shade on the panels. So let's just see what they're doing right now with this little bit of shade sprinkled over them. A little bit more than a sprinkle. There is more shading on the Zoupw panels than these ones back here. But let's just check it out and see what they're giving us. Wow, okay. That's actually quite a bit less than I thought. We are bringing in 60 watts right now. Now there is quite a bit of shading on this panel. So let's plug it into the second set of panels. And the other panels are bringing in 87 watts, which is kind of a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. But here's the thing, is that there's an awful lot less shading on that second set of panels. So let's move these right out into the sun. It's almost gardening season. We're getting there. We are getting there. All right, let's get these guys set up. Let's see what we're getting here. Check this out. Those are the types of numbers that I was hoping to see. This is late spring. We are about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, so I am thrilled to be getting that type of wattage. Let's do a couple of shade tolerant tests here. See what's going on with the numbers. And here's the part where I screwed up and forgot to film me standing in front of the panels, so a little bit of AI magic will have to suffice. I'm standing in front of one panel now.
Hello.
Just one single panel. Let's move to two.
Hello.
I am now standing in front of two panels. Increasing it to 3, we got 3 panels now. We now have all 4 panels with some shade across them. Oh, no. And we move out of the shade and it bounces right back to 410 watts. I love it. All right, let's bring out our second set of solar panels and see how they stand up. Okay, let's have a quick boo here. And there you go. 205 watts, less than half the wattage. That's crazy. Is that, maybe I'm going to adjust these a little bit because that doesn't seem quite right to me. Okay, let's try it again. 207 watts. Let's do a shade tolerant test on these guys and just see how much the voltage drops. And stand in front of one panel, 2 panels, 3 panels, 4 panels, 5 panels, 5 panels,
A lot of boring math later.
The Zoupw panel produces about 95% more power in full sun, but that's partly because it is a larger 450 watt panel. Even when you factor that in, it's still roughly 70% more efficient in my testing, and that's a huge gap. So where it really stands out is partial shading. And with one panel shaded, you're getting 80% more power. And even with two panels shaded, it's still around 60% more. Here is the important part. Once all of the panels are affected by shade, that advantage basically disappears. So we're going to set these panels up and give it a torture test over the weekend. We're going to power one power station, the EcoFlow Delta Max 2, which is a 2000 watt power station, and we're going to power everything in the cabin, lights, phones, laptops, and see if these panels and the sun cooperate with us. Just you and me, Bob.
Powers of my CPAP so that I can take that nap. Powers up my fridge, and the powers of my dog. Powers up my music gear, it's powering up this song. Charging my power station, baby. So powerfication.
So overall, the Zoupw 450 watt panel does what it's supposed to do. Now, I was reading some reviews, and the biggest complaint with these panels were the kickstands themselves. So before getting the panels, I reached out to the company and said, look, you obviously had a design issue here. Has that been fixed? Has it been rectified? And they assured me that the kickstands have been totally rebuilt. So overall, this is a high capacity portable panel with solid build quality, good output, but like any solar setup, it's only as good as how and where you use it. So if you're looking for a higher output portable panel and you've got the space for it, I think this is a solid option. Just go in with realistic expectations. If you've used one of these or something similar, let me know how it's working out for you. I'm always curious to see what other setups people are using. Happy to share my experience with you up here. We got some pretty cool things coming this summer, so stay tuned and happy upgrading. See you guys. Cheers.
When I'm on vacation, charge up my power station.